Hello, Aries. Welcome to Spicy Sunflower Tarot. Welcome to the month of July. This is going to be your monthly reading for the month of July for the sign of Aries. This is Spicy Sunflower Tarot, and it is a pleasure to have you with us. I'm going to use first this Mystic Manifesting Oracle card deck. We're going to draw out just a general theme for the reading. Let's kind of get a feel for what the month of July has in store for the sign of Aries. This reading is going to pop up on the YouTube, TikTok channels exactly on the 1st of July. So that will be a good way for you to just get a gauge of the month's energy, what to expect. You know, you're never living for what you receive in a reading. You're always in the driver's seat. You always have free will. For the sign of Aries, Oracle card is real connection. Honor your divine essence and seek support from your community. Your affirmation for the month of July: I find my spirit tribe. Real connection. Honoring your divine essence, seek support from community. I find my spirit tribe. I'm going to set this here for us, Aries. We're going to jump in. I have a the Tarot of Secrets deck here. This is a very large deck, so it's going to take a little special maneuvering. I've already, prayed, meditated over these cards, just asking for the highest, purest forms of love, light, and truth. For the sign of Aries, we're going to jump right into your Celtic cross spread. Sign of Aries. Looking first for that recent past. I'm going to just lay these all down, and then we're going to come back and talk. So while I'm doing that, just use your intuition. Pull up your highest form of, meditative mind, seeking truth and love and light for yourself. And let's see, moving into the future for the sign of Aries. Your final outcome. All right. I just want to make sure that everything is in view in the camera for you to be able to see. And let's look at the bottom here. We've got the Knight of Coins. Aries, there is an energy overall for the month of July of slowly progressing towards your goals, slowly getting there. It's not happening fast. Whatever it is that you're moving towards, it's not happening at, a lightning speed, that's for sure. It's taking its sweet time. So I'm going to keep this turned over here at the top, on top of the crystal, and let's jump in. Your recent past, Aries, looks like the Tower, which is your energy, which is almost a feeling I'm getting of you bringing something unexpected. Something has happened unexpectedly to you, something surprising, something shocking, something revelatory. It was a Tower moment. Seems maybe crazy when it's happening, but overall, when you're looking back, and this is your recent past, you're going to look back at this and you're going to think, I'm kind of glad that happened. I'm kind of glad that fell apart. I'm kind of glad that that's over. I wasn't really enjoying that anyway. Let's just get an example, like a book club separated. A friendship group just kind of quit hanging out together. A workplace dynamic really shifted entirely. Something happened that was shocking at first, but after we got a sense of what exactly happened, we realized that was for the highest good. So the Tower is in your recent past. This is a major arcana, usually attributed because of the Mars energy there to the sign of Scorpio and Aries. So you share that energy with your scorpionic cousins, Mars cousins. Anyway, right back to the present day energy. Four of Vases. This is the Four of Cups. Now, after this shocking situation that you just experienced, as you're entering July, you're in this state of reevaluation. I think it's interesting. This person has their head literally in a vase. And it's almost like, I don't want to see the truth. I don't want to see what's going on. I'm going back to the tower because it feels like something shook your foundation, something shook you to the core, and it's put you in a position to have to emotionally, it's a vase, it's a cup, emotionally I have to regain my sense of equilibrium. I've got to get my center of gravity back together because I feel like I just got shaken up a little bit. That's your current energy. What's challenging you is the Two of Wands. Now, this is fire energy. This is really Leo like your fire cousin. So it's very bold. It's audacious. It's very like in your face, and it wants to be noticed. It has a lot to do with your ego. And it is this is your challenge. Your challenge is it's a two. So that automatically just indicates that there's like two ways to go about something, which presents a challenge no matter what. Is I have two ways to look at the situation that I'm dealing with in July. I can look at it from a position of my comfort zone and what do I need to do to stay comfy cozy, or what do I need to do to get out there and try new things and be someone different than I've ever been before. You know, my foundation felt a little rocked. I'm reevaluating how I feel about things emotionally, and then I'm having this decision to make that's gonna, indicate something to do with my energy and my passions. What am I gonna choose? Am I gonna choose to stay comfortable, or am I gonna choose to put myself out there and go try something different? That's the challenge. On your mind is justice. Now, this could indicate something to do with the legal system, something to do with a legal situation. Could be a marriage, could be a divorce, could be an HR filing. It could be something to do with you in a civil lawsuit, something in the legal system or that would affect you and how you're being treated. It's on your mind. You're thinking about it. Now, generally, when the Justice card shows up, it's a major arcana representing or attributed to the sign of Libra. I always feel, because it shows up in your reading, Aries, it's a sign that whatever is going on in your favor. I think it's really interesting that there's two swords and two scales. Justice, Libra, always trying to find balance, always trying to find equilibrium. Remember, I talked about that earlier, and equality. So on your mind is literally justice, the justice system, the legal court system, your attorney, a judge. You're trying to get custody of your children. It's on your mind. And because, like I said, it shows up in your reading on your mind here at the top of your reading, it indicates for me that you are being favored in that scenario, whatever it is going on that involves legal for you, okay? Down in the bottom of your spread, which always, it just shines to me that it's like a hidden element. You're not aware of it. It's hiding from you or from your reality. It's the Chariot, another major arcana. This time it's attributed to the sign of Cancer, the season that we're currently in, Cancer season, showing up here under the surface, shining a light to your desire to want to move forward, your desire to want to actually get a new car. Maybe you have gotten a new car or you're thinking about getting a new car, but it's movement. And it's like, an actual chariot, getting in that chariot and go. It's go time. Under the surface, you are really thinking about, how do I move out of this, move forward, get my bearings underneath me so that I can get some momentum going, the chariot. In your near future, heading towards you as we go through July, it's the Queen of Coins. Now, the Queen of Coins represents it's the court card for the sign of Virgo. And it's the Queen of Pentacles. It's a queen. It's feminine energy, whether you're male or female. It's feminine energy, so it's more on the receiving side of things, more internally driven. And this is about your security, your strength, your stability, anything to do with your time, your effort, your money, your quality of life. It's what you can see, taste, touch, and smell. And the Queen of Coins brings things to them. So as you are progressing into your future in July, you're bringing sustenance and stability and solidarity and security. You're bringing those things in. You're gathering. It's almost like, you're gathering things for the winter, like you're stockpiling your food storage, or you are stockpiling your money into an account special for rainy days kind of thing. You're saving, you're stockpiling, you're preserving, you're starting to, think about at the end of summer when you harvest all of your vegetables that you've grown in your garden, or your herbs, whatever you've been working on, something like Mother Nature. I always get Mother Nature vibes from Queen of Coins, Queen of Pentacles. Very caring and caretaking. It's going to take care of you. So you're out there in the future looking out for your highest good. And then your external energy, something outside of you, has an effect on you. It's a person, place, or a thing. And they bring this hermit energy. It's a major arcana attributed to the sign of Virgo. So Virgo, very much this Queen of Coins energy. Something outside of you is bringing this. It's time to go inside. It's time to collect your internal wisdom. The hermit energy is very, I'm going to say older. I'm going to say, like, they say there's 3 stages for women. There's the maiden, the mother, and the crone. This is very much crone energy, or older man energy. It's wise. It's someone that has learned through living life what really matters and what's important and where their wisdom is found. They always have this lantern. It's their internal light, their divinity, their internal ability to know right from wrong. And someone outside of you, or a situation outside of you, it almost feels like is encouraging you to trust your inner sage, your inner wise one. Trust that there is knowledge and wisdom inside of you. Your light and your lantern is glowing and burning strong. You might not need 10 days by yourself, but maybe you need a couple of days just for you, so that you can really grasp what's going on. Your internal energy. It's what you really are bringing to the table in the month of July, is the Princess of Vases. This is really like the Page of Cups. And this is a really emotionally inspired, kind of naive. It's someone, and doesn't mean that you're naive or you're acting foolishly in any way. It's just an innocence, a naivete that comes with, like, I'm looking at my emotional world with a fresh face. I'm seeing it maybe for the first time, so that I don't look at it with jaded eyes. I'm not looking at it with this like hermit perspective. I'm gonna look at things and how I'm seeing my world with fresh emotional eyeballs. Like it's the first time I've seen this situation. That might prompt you, Aries, to have an emotional conversation. Maybe it's time for you to ask someone, can we talk? Can we really just sit down and like go over things? I have some things I want to share with you. I feel like maybe I need to apologize. If you want to apologize, maybe we should do that with each other. It's a really like a sweet, it's childlike. It could be a child that you're sitting down and wanting to talk with, to really like it feels like clear the air. Offer an apology, offer your cup, this is how I feel, this is how I feel about you. And it's just a bonding moment, but this is your internal energy, so it feels sweet, it feels innocent, it feels like you need to do it, but you just are finding like the right time to do that. Your hopes and fears. It's the 3 of coins, and it is all about building, collaborating, working together. It has a lot to do with the workplace or your industry or your profession, whatever it is you're doing, but it can be a relationship. It can be the foundation laying stones of, a new marriage or a new partnership of any kind. And this is in your hopes and fears. So it feels to me like you're saying, I hope that I have the chance to build and grow, but I'm also kind of afraid of that. I'm afraid of starting back at square one. I'm afraid of going back to the beginning and having to lay those bricks and put that mortar down. And I just don't really want to go through all the labor. That would be the fear aspect. But the hope is, I hope I have the chance to start over. Maybe with this person that this emotional conversation's happening with, that then there could possibly be, let's rebuild and grow and work together. And then the final outcome is the 9 of Wands. This beautiful little, maybe it looks like a wolf pup, or it looks like my kitten, to be honest with you. But this is 9 of Wands. This is the wounded warrior energy is what this card gets the label of, which just indicates that you've been through it. Aries, you've been through battle. You've been hurt. You've been knocked down, dragged out, drawn through the fire, but you're not out. Knocked down, not out. I've been hurt and I've been wounded, but I'm not giving up. I still believe in my passions. I still have energy. I'm ready to fight. And by fight, I just mean put your wands in there and say, I'm in the ring. I'm not out. And this 9 of Wands is really the word I would give it for your final outcome in July: perseverance. I'm persevering no matter what. I am going to continue to keep going. Period. End. I want to leave you with a few extra tarot cards here. This is the Witch's Tarot, and I'm just going to lay down 3 cards right over the top here. Let's get out one final layer of message, just consolidating everything we've talked about for the sign of Aries. The Hanged Man, the Queen of Pentacles, the Hermit again. So, with the Hanged Man, the Queen of Pentacles, the Hermit, you really are in this major arcana energy. You're going through something big, something shifting your reality in the month of July. You really are looking at things from a new perspective. And as you perceive the month of July, it really does feel, Queen of Pentacles, Queen of Coins, like you are looking for ways to preserve your winter. How are you going to entertain yourself? How are you going to survive financially? You're really trying to like stockpile and save and protect your family or yourself. And you're really, this Hermit energy is showing back up, which is just confirmation that it really is about you. getting back in touch or getting in touch maybe for the first time ever with your inner sage, your inner hermit, your wise old man. You know, we have these three bodies within all of us. We have our child, that little kid that we used to be. We have our current present day self, and we have our future self. And what this is really just saying, Aries, is it would be a really good idea to have some quality time with your future self, that wise aged person. And I would recommend, if you've never done it before, have that meditation moment, that prayer time, maybe journal about it, and write a letter to your old self, your wise future self. Write a letter from that person's perspective, from your wise old person's perspective. Dear Aries, it's written in the verbs, or it's written in the voice of that older person, and it's talking to you and it's giving you life advice. That's what I would perceive the hermit is showing up in your reading to say. It wants to give you advice. It wants to share a future orientation with you, because it knows, because it's already there. um, this is your reading. I hope that it serves you in some way, shape, or form. This is Spicy Sunflower Tarot. I can be found on TikTok and on YouTube. And your likes and your follows, subscribes, and shares, always appreciated, very valuable. And thank you for your comments. Be blessed and be well.